I want to take this time to talk about Chris's childhood a little bit. He was born in 1982, so if you want to figure out how old Chris is, or was, depending on when you're watching this, just do the math yourself. He was apparently mute during most of his early childhood, which Chris says was due to abuse from a bad babysitter. This more or less made him regress even further into a screeching toddler, which, seeing how Chris has acted over all of this...
My mother and my father are angry at me!
Yeah, Chris hasn't changed. Other than that, there's really only two things from Chris's childhood that I want to touch up on. One is the bear incident, which we kind of glossed over in the last episode, but if you want to read the full story, I have the quickie article up on the screen right now. But for those who want an abridged version, I'll see if I can make it short enough for this video. Chris and his parents were at the mall when they ran into a group of performing bears. The lead bear asked for Chris's name and misheard Christopher as Christian. Chris and his father apparently took this as a sign from God that they named him wrong.
A blessing from the Lord. God be praised.
And thus began a 2-year legal battle to change Chris's name. They eventually won, but not without having to appeal in court again once or twice. The other incident is probably more important, and I would argue this is a pivotal point in Chris's life. Some of you may remember this clip that I used at the beginning of the project trailer.
Finally tonight, Sonic the Hedgehog is running wildly in the Chandler household this weekend. 12-year-old Christian Chandler of Charlottesville was the winner in a video game shopping spree. Christian is one of only about 100 winners nationally to receive $1,000 worth of Sega games and equipment. For his parents, it's just another example of how well he's doing.
I'm sorry, can we play that last part again?
For his parents, it's just another example of how well he's doing.
I just want to take a moment to bask in the glorious irony in what was just said back there. This moment begins the descent into the Chris Chan we know today.
What I had to do was exactly watch Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, and I'd listen to what Sonic says at the end of it, and write it down for a whole week, and then I had to mail it in, and I had to be drawn out of a hat, and I just won.
Now granted, I still think Chris would be a fan of Sonic if he didn't win this contest, but the fact that he did win pretty much cemented a lifelong passion for the blue hedgehog. And just like the bear incident, I'm pretty sure Chris took this as a sign from above that Sonic pretty much defined his life. Who would have thought that this cute little kid would grow up to be someone who sends dick pics to people on the internet who he thinks are women? But that's an intro for another episode. Until then, let's enjoy more of the comic. I should have put enjoy in quotes there. As the creator of Sonichu and his world, I feel like I should take you on a trip to learn more. Besides, I promised my other hedgehogs as well. So let's tour my section of the cartoon world.
Pause. There's more hedgehogs?
Of course there is. You think this is a bland world of just two? I can't keep that with a straight face.
Because it's so ridiculous.
Jake, would you like to read the next part?
No. I don't want to read it, but if you make me, I might read it.
You want me to read it?
Yeah.
Alright. Sonichu. The comic title is Sonichu. By that we mean the saga of the electric hedgehog. By that we mean the saga of the electric hedgehog Pokemon.
Electric hedgehog Pokemon. I want you to keep that in the back of your head.
I guess there's no other way to phrase it.
Nope. It is set in and around the city of CWCville. A vibrant community with good people and average amount of cool places to chill.
Amount.
I am the mayor.
He's the mayor, of course. Because, god damn it, Chris is important.
I guess.
So when he was typing amount, he missed the T.
He was close, though.
Close.
And also, this is kind of a righty nitpick I learned in my English classes, but I hate it when a sentence starts with "it is" like that. That's more of a nitpick.
I mean, do you prefer it's?
Well, it would have been better if he didn't start with pronoun. He should have said the
story is set in and around Quickville.
He shouldn't have included it altogether because this is just exposition, and dumping pages of exposition on the reader is a great way to make them leave.
Oh, you must be new to Sonichu.
Just
No,
just wait.
I go ahead. Continue. Viewers, take note of the little smiley face on the bottom of the page. That is by far the best damn drawing I've seen on this entire comic so far.
What are you talking about? That Trace Godzilla was amazing.
Alright, characters. This is Sonichu, the electric hedgehog Pokemon and main character. Now, notice how they say he's the main character. That's gonna change quickly.
Okay, hold on. It's 2017. He just turned 36, right?
Yeah.
So this was written in 2000. So
Well,
he was
this
20 years old
version
when he
came
made
around 2004. He was 23 when he made this. He was in college when he did this.
this. He actually attended college.
We're gonna go over Chris's
Okay.
college experience
For
in
the
a bit,
record-
but
okay, for the
yes, he
record,
went to college, and yes, he graduated.
That means anyone can
Graduated?
graduate.
Not
I'm gonna go into
anyone,
it because we need to finish this, but just like everything else, it's a
We'll
long
talk about it more in
story.
detail later. Keep going. Fuck.
Sonichu, age 16 years. Hobbies, running, surfing, chillin', mostly outdoor activities. He also does anal. Other facts, he enjoys the scenery around him. His favorite colors are yellow and blue because Sonic's blue and Pikachu is yellow. He enjoys popular music, like the Britney Spears and the
And he
27
loves
Pilots.
Roschu, a character we haven't been introduced to.
He also loves Roschu, a
He's
character
a
who,
Pokemon
at
that-
this point, he has never met.
At
Isn't
this
this
point,
Isn't this entire part of the comic like dedicated to the love story between the two of them?
That's technically the next story after this
There's a love
exposition
interest?
dump.
I guess
Oh,
we kind of
we're
saw
still
that
in-
with you.
Alright, Jake,
We're
it's your
still in
turn.
Super Expedition Dump.
Okay, here's Roschu. Roschu is a spunky and very beautiful girl electric hedgehog Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, look at that. So hot. Ugh.
Age 15, wow, that Sonichu really goes for the younger girls. Age 15, which I don't think is legal, but hobbies is...
No, Sonichu's 16. It's fine. It's fair game.
It's fine, okay.
Okay, this is
Break
gonna
the
sound
4-year
horrible.
rule.
Okay, this is gonna sound horrible, but in Georgia, the age of consent is 16. So technically, under these ages, Sonichu can be put in prison for statutory rape.
Yeah.
Well, they have sex. Just saying.
Just keep going.
Her hobbies are frolicking through the fields, shopping at CWVille's CWC Ville's mall, and cooking. Her original trail is a Karen girl Kel.
Kel.
Hell.
Wait, you mean the thing that you eat?
And her brother, Keenan.
Rosie is Rosechu's name. Okay.
Name.
And she likes to pick flowers. Her favorite flower is the Zap Bud.
What? You'd figure it'd be a rose, but whatever.
Nope, it's Zap Bud because she likes to smoke that weed.
You know what? You know what?
Oh my God, we totally
props to
missed a
Chris
page.
Chan there. Props to Chris Chan there. He didn't go with the obvious joke, but I feel that's more out of ignorance than like intention.
I just realized we totally missed a page in the last story, but you know what? It doesn't matter because it's kind of pointless. God damn it, Ramir escaped.
Run along! I'll stick here. She always keeps her heart saved for Sonichu. Okay.
Your piece of shit comic crashed my Discord.
10 out of fucking 10.
Oh my
I just
God.
clicked on it, the whole screen went blank. And I'm like, fuck. Something went wrong.
Okay, so I just realized that we missed a page of the last story, but it doesn't matter. But I would like to point something out regarding Rosiechu's bio. If you couldn't tell from Rosie's bio, Chris is kind of sexist. And I don't mean that in terms of the everything is racist, everything is sexist. I'm talking Chris is legitimately sexist.
The page we missed was just the introduction of Rose Chu.
Yeah, it was just that page.
So, okay, so I'll rescind what I said earlier. We were introduced to Rose Chu, but Slacker fucked up.
Yeah, I fucked up.
Alright, Keel is Rose Chu's caring Pokemon trainer, and wow. She is... I love how one eye is smaller, but yet is about an inch slower than her other eye.
Yeah.
So you don't know. So you never know which eye to look at.
It's like her left eye is twitching.
It's like
It's a neural. It's
like a caricature by Picasso.
She had strokes when she was little. And that's boom.
It's like if Picasso drew her and he had a stroke while drawing it.
If the nose was on the forehead, I said yes.
Here we have Nate Cirque.
Nate Cirque?
Is that how we're gonna pronounce it?
That's how we're gonna pronounce it because that's how the audiobooks pronounce it, and that's how Corrupted Gaming pronounces
There's
it.
audiobooks?
They're parodies of the comic, though.
Oh, okay. I thought like he actually got someone to read these out loud. Holy shit!
I wish he actually.
Chris
read
himself
them out loud.
Chris himself tried doing audiobooks, but they only make things
no.
even more confusing, so we're not going to cover it. But the audiobooks are hilarious. I definitely recommend you watch them.
And
So we got Nate Cirque, the son of Team Rocket boss Giovanni.
and
then
he just
Black
comes
Sonic-
out. It's actually African American Sonichu, but you know.
Yeah,
racist-
Black Sonichu, aka Blachu.
Blachu.
Black
Yeah, no, look at
Black
how
Shoe,
it's
Black
spelled.
Shoe.
That's definitely Blachu. I'm not.
Yeah, no, because
Fucking
if you wanted to keep the hard K sound and then have the CH sound, he should have put a K and then another C. So that whatever. Anyway,
No, it
he's
works.
Sonichu's Blachu. Yeah, okay. Blachu is Sonichu's evil twin. He was created in Giovanni's lab from Sonichu's DNA with an accidental dose of cherry Coca-Cola. What the fuck?
So,
Okay, so these two characters we haven't been introduced to.
we're not going to see Black Shoe until the next issue, but
So his
basically,
introduction was super important here, is what you're saying.
yeah, in the context of this issue, he might as well have just saved it. But imagine if Spider-Man got bitten by Dr. Pepper.
I'm not sure if that makes everything better or worse.
It
I think it
both.
makes
Both.
worse.
Just say both.
No, I'm not gonna say it makes it better. It just makes it worse. I'm just coming right after saying it.
Alright.
Okay.
So,
when
you
watch
would think at this point, Chris would stop creating electric hedgehogs.
No, of course not.
Isn't there like a team of 6?
Oh! That's the next page!
He-
Oh, kill me.
Okay, there's psychic. There's grass.
No, we have to read the top part first. From the Rainbow of Chaos Emerald Energy, eggs were released into various locations around the world. They all went to one place.
Mm-hmm.
They hatched into 5 more electric hedgehogs with special characteristics. When all the hedgehog Pokemon are together, they make up...
The chaotic combo.
How badly you wanted to add up, but it never worked.
I would give it to him. Anything that he doesn't obviously shove in our face and is actually not incredibly stupid, I want to give him that. I want to give him credit where credit is due. But
Actually, you know what?
it's
I
so
will...
hard.
Actually, there is one thing you can give Chris. Out of... Even though he has some of the worst drawing skills ever, even though he never improves, if there's one thing Chris does have, it's decent color coordination. Now, that
Because
said, he
color
does
doesn't
fuck that up too every now and again, but he does seem to have color down. The only
degree.
problem is
I
he's
think-
held back by the fact that he's using Crayola markers.
Yeah, no, look, that's what I was about to say. I think he only had about 10 or 12 markers, and that's severely handicapping him in the color department, so he has to vary his colors in a reasonable way, or else everything looks like shit.
Yeah.
Well, more shit. So much shit that even he can tell.
Right. I know this is going off on a tangent, but a lot of people think art is about talent, and if you're a good artist, you know that that's not really what it is, because art is about technique and tools. Tools is really what you use to create it, but if you don't have the technique, then those tools are useless.
And if you have plenty of good
And Chris
technique, then you can
has
make
neither
these-
of those things.
Yeah, no, if you have good technique, you can make terrible mediums and tools look really good. Psychic. Okay, I'm just gonna breeze through these real quick because this is a shit ton of text.
Actually, why don't we read one each?
Because there's 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, we'll alternate. Anyways, psychic electric type, Magi-chan Sonichu. Magi-chan raised himself in the mountains as he meditated and perfected his telekinetic powers. He tends to keep to himself a lot.
Wild Sonichu, grass electric. Wild was raised in a jungle by a Venusaur who taught him razor leaf, and a Scyther taught him how to assess his speed and ninja skills.
He spelled access right.
At this point, Lion Alliance, who is an artist friend of mine, and he's also a very frequent guest here on Neon Cabaret, he comes in, and I give him the standard Neon Cabaret welcome. Lion, what are you doing here? Get out! If I'm saying that, that's a bad sign.
Oh, Lion, seriously, just go. It's really bad here. It's scary.
I'd just like to point out, he's better at spelling Pokemon names than he is very common words.
You still playing, dude?
Anyways. Hey, Lion, would you like to read about Bubbles Rose Chew?
I'm out.
But do we blame him?
No, we don't blame him at all.
Alright, go ahead and read about Bubbles. You know what? Fuck it. You can read about Angelica. I'll read Bubbles, just to get it over with.
Yeah.
Water electric, Bubbles Rose Chew. Bubbles was raised by a mother swampert who taught her to create tidal waves. Bubbles has a happy, positive personality, and she just loves to have fun.
Oh my god.
Welcome! You shouldn't have come here.
Nope.
Punchy Sonichu, fighting electric type. Punchy grew up in a dojo where he perfected his punches. He is also full of random axis humor. He lost his tail in a brutal fight.
Punchy is based off of Knuckles.
Yeah.
Also, the sky is blue. Did you know that?
Yeah, no. It's just like Sonic Chew. He has nothing to do with Sonic. Not even the same species.
Alright, I guess I'll read Angelica Rose Chew.
Yeah.
Angelica was raised in a church by nuns. Oh god, why did I start to read this? Angelica is a believer, so she can...
Believer.
So she prays every night and day.
She is usually
at peace, especially while flying sky high. But nowhere it says that she can learn how to fly.
She's flying electric.
I mean, like, we can imply that she knows how to fly.
Yeah.
Although I think that's exclusion because he wasn't paying attention, and not exclusion because we can infer that.
Alright, the random access humor thing. Remember earlier how I said how Chris makes up his own words for stuff? We would call it a non sequitur, but Chris thinks that if you just blurt up random things, it's funny.
Oh, so it's he thinks randomly equals funny. Got it.
Yeah.
Welcome to like 90% of the internet.
Thank you, Jax Films.
Here's a little lesson in comedy. Random doesn't always equal funny. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much Jack's films right there, man.
Okay, so next page we have Kazooie at the top.
Yeah. Why?
Wait.
Because Chris has no imagination whatsoever.
Yes.
I mean, he had enough imagination to create.
These are Sonic recolors.
Him the Sunbird is the protector of the Master Sunstone on the mysterious rainbow. So he literally just took the Master Emerald and the floating island it's on top of and just swapped out the names.
Yes.
Of mysterious origins, 3 more electric hedgehog Pokemon will rock CWCville. Chris Chan Sonichu, Serhama Rochew, and Wesley Sonichu.
Alright, so let's take account of all the electric hedgehog Pokemon there are so far. There's Sonichu, there's Rosachu, there's the black one, there's that makes 3, then there's a chaotic combo which makes 6, and now we have these 3, so that's 11.
Why? This is
This is just the beginning.
This is just the beginning.
Alright, what's next?
The Sonic Chew saga.
I'll read this entire page, and then a couple of 2-bit villains. I wouldn't even give 2 cents for them. We have Sloweel the Witch and the Jerkops. And lastly, there is me, the intrusive creator in Sonichu's story, Christian Weston Chandler. He I love how he takes an entire page for himself.
Yeah, so humble.
To describe myself in real life, I'm a very creative person. Don't look over there. Don't look over there. I enjoy playing video games, Sonic the Hedgehog, Pokemon, and Animal Crossing.
Okay, who doesn't have their headphones on?
I have my headphones on.
I think it's Lion.
Lion?
What happened?
Put your headphones on.
Ah, crap, again?
Yeah, because it started happening when you came in.
Is this not the fault when you chat with your friends? Heterochromia, that's what it's called. Does Christian actually have heterochromia?
Yes, he does. It's
well,
faint, but he does have it.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, that's far better. While he does have it, it's very subtle. Like if you look at photos of him in the videos, you can't really. It's not that noticeable. Now, it's kind of funny he mentions Animal Crossing because I don't think he ever brings that up in the comic itself.
Exposition is exposition. Useless info is.
I also like to build with Lego pieces, and I enjoy most kinds of music. I am also fascinated with the Transformers. I also play the Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card games. Somehow, this is not something written by a 9-year-old. Basics. 5'10", born on February 24th, 1982. I'm working towards a computer-aided drafting and design degree at Piedmont, Virginia Community College.
Oh, don't tell me he actually has a CAD degree.
He does, but it's kind of useless to him, and I'll explain later. I'm also single, lonely, and I need a girlfriend.
Yeah,
wait,
that's what
does it really say that?
Yes, it really says that.
Oh my god.
Can I shoot myself now?
What?
Can I just go in the bathroom with a gun and just end it all?
And of course, there is an ad for his website down at the bottom of this page.
Does
course
it
there is.
still work?
And
Probably will.
and that is
Maybe.
the end of all the exposition.